Okay, first of all, it's asking you to write it in standard form, so you need to know what standard form is. Standard form is this, where A, B, and C are not fractions. They have to be whole numbers, integer numbers, I should say. And this A has to be positive, okay? It cannot be a decimal or a fraction. Some other equations you're going to want to remember is point slope. I'm going to put a PS here. It looks like this. Y minus y1, which just means some y value that you know, equals m, which is our slope, times x minus x1, which is just some x value we know. And then, of course, there's slope-intercept, which we call this, where we write as y equals mx plus b. This is the one that we use the most. So when they give you some piece of information, you need to write it in one of these three forms. Here they give you a point and a slope, so I would use point-slope form. Literally, it's called point slope for when you have a point and a slope. So I would write it as y minus the values you have. Let's see. This is like your x1, your y1. So y minus 2 equals, the slope is 7. And then x minus your x1, which is 1. Okay, so I just got those points from right there. All right, now the job is to just make this look like that format. So what can we do? Well, we notice that the x and the y are on the same side and the whole numbers are here. So I would start by distributing this 7 so that we can start getting all the pieces separated. And then I'm going to add a 7 to both sides. Actually, you know what? I have the x here, I have the y here. I'm going to try to move this x over to this side. To do that, I'll subtract 7x from both sides. Now I would have negative 7x plus y. Oh, I'm also, you know what I'm going to do? I'm also going to add 2 to both sides. That way these cancel out, these cancel out. So what would I have? I'd have negative 7x plus y equals negative 7 plus 2 makes a negative 5. Now remember, I said this one. These could be negative, but this one has to be positive. Okay? So to do that, now I'm going to multiply everything by negative 1. And I'm running out of space, but that would mean that this would become positive 7x minus y equals positive 5. And now it's in standard form. Boom. So this is like the exact same process. You have a point and a slope. You have a point and a slope. You have a point and a slope. That's all you're doing here. So you're going to plug this and this and this into this equation, and then you're just going to manipulate it to look like this. But keep in mind, the A is always positive. We write that by saying it's greater than 0. It has to be greater than 0. So if you end up with a negative A, you have to do what I did here, multiply everything by negative 1.